Yeah, what's going on, y'all? I know it's been a minute. Let me put my mask on. Booyah. Put this one on for today. But I just wanted to speak on a topic that one of the homies spoke on, Neil Dezad. Shout out to Neil Dezad and everybody that follows the page. I'm going to be real brief on this one. But it basically has to deal with the BLM movement and the fact that a lot of Hispanics or Latinos have a problem with the BLM movement. A lot of them are actually choosing to go to the far right. And a lot of their views and some of the things that they're saying are almost like an white nationalist stance. You have some that are saying they have nothing to do with Black Lives Matter, and Black Lives Matter is only claiming black lives. See, this is what a lot of people need to understand about Black Lives Matter. Black Lives Matter is a slogan. It's saying that black lives do matter, yes, but at the same time, we're fighting for all the rights of every colored person in this country, not just black folks. You know, we're going at it for Latinos too. It's not like certain things that you hear in Hispanic culture when they say "raza unida," where basically unite their race and basically only one race. And we are the type of people. And matter of fact, let me go a little bit deeper than that. We're the type of people that actually we fight for literally everybody. And what I mean by that is you have to take some of the contributions of people like Martin Luther King, who fought for the advancement of colored people all over this country, not just blacks. But the reason why it was black first, because we were the ones catching hell in the South and all those other areas. It wasn't Spanish or anything like that, because if you really look at it, even back in the cowboy days, Mexicans were allowed to go into certain bars. They were allowed to be on certain teams with cowboys and, things like that. But blacks weren't. I can't remember any, black people teaming up with any white folks on any certain teams or anything like that. But, there were certain advantages even back then that, Latinos had over blacks. Like I said, I'm not making this into a racial term, a racial thing. I'm just making some similarities and showing, some of the issues. Now, when the election of Donald Trump happened, if you go back and you look at downtown LA, you look at South Central LA, you saw scores of children walking up Vermont, walking up Broadway, walking up all these Figueroa, in droves, and all of them were Hispanic. A lot of these people were black kids. They were black kids that had nothing to do with the fight whatsoever about Donald Trump. A lot of them could actually give less than a damn because, a lot of them are American citizens, but because their friends were these Hispanic kids and they felt as bad as these kids did over Trump being elected, and they stood arm in arm with them and they walked downtown. It wasn't even their fight. But I noticed when we have a fight, we have some issues, like even this one, there are a lot of Hispanics that were in the Black Lives Matter movement this whole week still protesting. A lot of them are putting their privilege on the line. But then there are some that push this far right agenda that always got something smart to say. Always have something negative to say. When whatever movement that you're pushing, this far right was the same one that got a lot of people deported. You had a lot of people that were pushing pro-Trump. There was a guy in Hawaii, had been here for 20 years, had never taken the time to go get himself legal, and had a business in Hawaii, but he ended up getting deported after he voted for Trump. Trump made a point to make sure he was deporting anybody that had been here for a long time and didn't have their green card stuff together. He got rid of them. And a lot of these people crying and stuff, and they're Republicans and all this other stuff. Well, you voted wrong. And you know, I don't feel bad for you because why? You sold your own people out. You sold the ones out there that have been struggling here for decades, cleaning floors, taking care of business, serving a lot of these people in their mansions and all this other stuff. And you took on the mentality. And I noticed even when I remember first coming here, I understand that, I mean, there are white kids that are rockers. You got black kids that are into punk and rockers. Then you have Hispanics that are in the rockers. And I just remember there were a lot of them that almost took on the same qualities as white folks. I know, I mean, there's nothing wrong with listening to Red Hot Chili Peppers. There's nothing wrong with listening to, I listen to Suicidal Tendencies and all that stuff. I listen to Sublime, and I listen to groups like, The Cure, and, like a lot of them love Depeche Mode and stuff like that. I like some of their songs. But I'm not going to get to the point to where I'm going to turn away from my race and from my culture because of certain views that some of these other singers or, people that you admire, seem to have. And that's just something that us as a minority group, as a culture, as being two groups that live together and have so much potential to control this world, we need to really come together and really get our acts together and figure out what it is that we're going to do. And stop trying to play into this corporate game of these white folks, period. Now, once again, when I clarify, when I say white folks, I ain't talking about all white folks. You got some white folks down for the cause, that's down to fight, that's down to put their white privilege on the line. I ain't talking about them. The ones I'm talking about are these ones right here that are out here inflicting pain, calling for the assault of the National Guard on civilians for protesting. So those are the ones I'm talking about. Well, I'm about to get off of here. I just wanted to be real brief about that. I'm going to come back on here probably later on or tomorrow with another video, but I just wanted to get that off my chest. It's just something that we need to talk about. Anybody has any issues, anything that I said, I'll be glad to clarify them and break them down in the most, lamest terms for you. However, get in my inbox, follow me, share it, and let's dialogue. All right.